Traditionally, the Gayatri mantra is first taught to children as part of Upanayan, which is the sacred thread ceremony performed to mark the commencement of formal education in the Vedic tradition. Historically, this was undertaken at 8 years old for the Brahmin Varna or caste, 11 years old for the Kshatriyas, and 12 years old for the Vaishyas. But nowadays, this ceremony is largely symbolic and has lost much of its traditional significance to the more contemporary Hindus. The Gayatri mantra is thought to have many benefits when regularly recited, so keep watching for your concise, essential guide to this highly significant mantra, its translations, history, origins, pronunciation, uses, and more. Hello everyone, I'm Charlie Stewart Brown, founder of Indiv Yoga since 2009 and the voice of the British Airways Yoga and Mindfulness On Board programme. I've trained over 400 yoga and meditation teachers, all of which are now familiar with the Gayatri mantra, as you will be once you've watched this video on my concise guide to this mantra. So what are the basics of the Gayatri mantra? The Gayatri mantra is the most revered and ancient mantra from the Rig Veda, which is considered one of the oldest texts in the world from the Vedic period of Indian history. And one of the reasons it's called the Gayatri mantra is because it's composed and repeated in the Vedic meter or rhythm called Gayatri, which is a specific 24-syllable structure. Therefore, there are other types of Gayatri mantras, but today I'm just going to be talking about the one mantra that everyone refers to as the Gayatri mantra. This mantra is traditionally chanted for invoking the divine light of knowledge and wisdom and is deeply revered in the Hindu tradition as the mother of all Vedic mantras. It's integral to daily prayers and rituals, offering protection and divine blessings to all those who chant it with devotion. Reflecting the essence of the Vedas, the mantra emphasizes the pursuit of knowledge and understanding of the divine, symbolizing the quest for enlightenment and truth. And the Gayatri mantra is still considered one of the most powerful and well-known mantras in Hinduism today. And it's also one of my favorite mantras. So if you want to know all about my favorite 7 mantras, then you can click on the link above. In the next screen, you can see what the Gayatri mantra looks like, written in Sanskrit Devanagari and in English, or actually more correctly, you're not going to see it in English, but in the Romanized transliteration. Feel free to take a screenshot. And I'm now going to show you how to phonetically pronounce the words. Om, Buhur, Buhuva, remember to pronounce the H's. Swaha, Tahat, Savitur, Varenyam, Bhargo, Deva Sya Dhimahi, Dhiyo, Yo Naha, or you might hear it as Naf, sometimes if it runs into the next word, Pracho Dayat. So a bit more on the history of the Gayatri mantra. So the Gayatri mantra has ancient roots originating from the Rig Veda, the oldest and most sacred text in India, dating back to approximately 1500 BCE. The mantra is found in Mandala 3, hymn 62, verse 10 of the Rig Veda, and is said to have been written by Vishwamitra. However, when people ask who wrote the Gayatri mantra, the answer isn't that simple, because it's thought to have appeared to a Brahmin during meditation and was passed on orally for many years before Vishwamitra wrote it down. The name Gayatri is the manifestation of the Hindu goddess Saraswati, often associated with Savitur, a solar deity in the Vedas, and her consort in the Puranas literature is the creator god Brahma. This mantra venerates Savitur, symbolizing the universal light and consciousness that permeates all existence. And in the Vedas, the Gayatri mantra is regarded as a powerful incantation for invoking the divine and seeking enlightenment. It was a very important part of Vedic rituals and spiritual practices because the mantra's purpose is to awaken the mind and spirit to the supreme consciousness, guiding practitioners towards spiritual wisdom and self-realization. It's traditionally chanted during Sandhya Vandanam a daily ritual performed at dawn, noon, and dusk, which aligns with the three parts of the day and symbolizes the transition and balance between light and dark. The Gayatri mantra holds profound importance in Hindu rituals and spirituality, symbolizing the pursuit of knowledge, inner purity, and enlightenment, and it's often recited during significant life events, religious ceremonies, and personal meditation practices to invoke blessings and divine protection. The mantra is considered a spiritual and moral compass, encouraging adherents to live a life of virtue, mindfulness, and connection with the divine. The Gayatri mantra's universal appeal and timeless wisdom make it a central pillar of Hindu devotional practice and spiritual philosophy. So, what's the meaning of the Gayatri mantra? Well, for a more in-depth look at three other translations or interpretations of the meaning of the Gayatri mantra in more detail, with each word broken down, then click on the link in the description below to have a look at section 3 of my written article on the Gayatri mantra. To simplify things, for the sake of this video, let's look at Swami Vivekananda's translation of the Gayatri mantra, which gives a simple, well-rounded interpretation of its overall meaning. So his translation is, "We meditate on the glory of that being who has produced this universe. May she enlighten our minds." This is basically what all other translations are saying, more or less in their own way. So now let's look at what the Gayatri mantra's benefits and uses are. This mantra is widely revered and used in various daily practices across Hinduism and other spiritual traditions or practices. One of the most common ways it's used nowadays is through morning and or evening recitations, where devotees chant the mantra during their daily prayers or meditation sessions, seeking to harness its purifying and enlightening energy. It's often repeated 108 times using mala beads to facilitate concentration and establish a rhythm which helps deepen the meditative state, and this daily practice is believed to align the practitioner with cosmic energies promoting clarity and inner peace. You can read my article on the complete guide to why the number 108 is so important in meditation on the link in the description, or by going to my website, and you can watch my essential guide on everything to do with mala mantra or prayer beads on the link above. Now, in regards to its mental benefits, the repetition of the Gayatri mantra is known to enhance concentration and focus. The rhythmic chanting and the specific vibrations produced by the mantra's sounds help to calm the mind and reduce stress. Regular recitation can improve mental discipline, making it easier to maintain attention on tasks and improve cognitive function. Emotionally, the mantra is said to foster a sense of serenity and emotional stability. The act of chanting mantras can be soothing, providing a meditative focus that helps to alleviate anxiety and promote a positive state of mind. And spiritually, the Gayatri mantra is a tool for awakening and expanding consciousness. It's considered a prayer for wisdom and enlightenment, invoking the divine light to illuminate the practitioner's intellect. The mantra's deep spiritual resonance fosters a sense of connection with the higher self and the universe. Regular practice is believed to purify the mind and spirit, facilitating personal growth and spiritual awakening. By integrating the Gayatri mantra into daily routines, the practitioner can experience profound mental, emotional, and spiritual benefits, leading to a more balanced and enlightened life. In yoga and meditation practices, the Gayatri mantra is repeated 108 times, often using mala mantra beads, and it can also be sung in a group setting in kirtan, where someone repeatedly sings lines of the mantra and then the rest of us repeat it back, which I love and is a wonderful meditative yet social way of experiencing mantras. I'm not a Hindu, but I use this mantra in meditation, as do many other non-Hindus. And from my experience, chanting this mantra helps calm the mind, it enhances concentration and cultivates a state of calmness, making it an effective mantra for meditation. Mantra repetition, or japa, is a wonderful technique for meditation, and one my beginner students or clients to meditation really resonate with. I also made a video ages ago about japa meditation for all levels of meditators, which you can check out above. Okay, so to finish off, the Gayatri mantra is significant for its ability to bring spiritual awakening, mental clarity and purification, and the mantra's vibrations are also believed to align and balance the chakras, promoting overall well-being and energy flow within the body. So I hope you've enjoyed my concise guide to the Gayatri mantra. Let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like further information on certifying as a Yoga Alliance 200-hour yoga teacher with me, then you can check out the link below or my site, indivyoga.com. Take care, everyone, and namaste.